Yo, so you guys want to know, do you need a drop shipping course to be successful on Amazon, Shopify, eBay, all that stuff? Let's go ahead, let's talk about it, because you probably don't need one, to be honest with you. And this is coming from a guy who sells a course.
Welcome to the Roughnecks. I'm Rico, your ecom instructor. I'm a software engineer, a military veteran, and a six-figure ecom seller. I've helped over 400 students on Amazon alone, and thousands more make money online. If you need to know anything about making money, you're gonna find it out right here.
Yo guys, welcome back to the Roughnecks Ecom channel.
Welcome to the Roughnecks.
Rico's Roughnecks!
If you are new here, I'm 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘𝗏, aka Rico, and over here we talk all about how to make money online, offline, and everywhere in between. That sounds good to you, make sure you go ahead and like the content, subscribe to the channel, and click that little notification bell so you can get all the deets on what's going down in the e-commerce world, okay? And also, if you did not know, shameless plug, I'm gonna be hosting a free mastermind February 7th through the 9th in Miami. There's gonna be a link below, so if you guys wanna come hang out with me and my friends and learn everything from drop shipping on Amazon to eBay, Shopify, the whole nine. You know, Tommy's gonna be there, Mitch will be there, you know, my good man, Paul J. Lipsky's gonna be there, Ron, who owns Web Scraper app, he's gonna be there. Everybody's gonna be there, man. It's gonna be a good time. It's completely free, 100% free. Obviously, my students and automation clients get first preference, but for everyone else, you guys can show up. I'm gonna be making sure that you guys have a place to stay. So there's gonna be a couple, you know, mansions that you can chill at. And yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's get into the content. Let's talk about, do you need a drop shipping course to be successful when it comes to Amazon, Shopify, eBay, stuff like that. This is coming from a dude who actually has a course, and there's a link below in the description. Let's just go ahead and let's talk about it. So a lot of people come to me and are like, bro, like I wanna buy your course, or I wanna buy Dan Voss's course, or I wanna buy Kevin David's course, or I wanna buy blah, 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 X, Y, and Z's course. And to be honest with you, given enough time, the counter goes to zero for everyone, and just about everybody can be successful drop shipping or whatever they choose to do, whether that's, you know, something entirely different than drop shipping or e-commerce, but you know, at all. But the problem comes in with marketing tactics. Now, you know, a lot of the bigger guys, you know, their big channels are like, oh, you need a course and it's gonna do this and this and this and this. And that's just a bunch of hooey. It's not gonna do this and this and this. And granted, you can be successful, but you don't need it. And I'm gonna explain why, okay? Now I'm college educated, and I went to Penn State. You guys should know this by now. I actually have a couple videos on it. So I went to a major university. I want you guys to think of a course as a textbook. Now, in some cases, the textbook is very easy to read. You can gather all the information you need, and you can go about your business and be ultra successful in that particular class with that textbook. More often than not, it's gonna be a collection of information that you may or may not be able to assimilate and put into a coherent order, and then use to, you know, pass a test or be successful with, you know, moving forward. That's what courses generally are when you're purchasing from, you know, X, Y, Z, or whatever. You gotta stop looking at a course as a cure-all for your symptom of being broke, because a course is not that, okay? A course is only as good as the teacher or mentorship that is provided, which is why when people come to me and they say, hey, should I buy your course? You know, I wanna pay for your course. I'm like, you're not paying for a course, you're paying for mentorship. You're paying for me to make sure you are successful, okay? That's what you should be focused on. Stop focusing on buying a course, because a lot of the courses, I've seen some and they are fantastic, yo. They are like all the bells and whistles and everything is so shiny new. Mine, straight up everything that you need, step by step by step. Yo, click this, click this, click this. It's not near as flashy. It is straight to the point. Do this, you will be successful. Why do you do this? Because this and this and this. It's basically written like an engineer would do it, because that's what I do for a living. I'm a software engineer. So my engineering brain only, you know, functions one way for the most part, and it is by the book. You know, it's not all creative and all this, you know, fancy smancy stuff, which looks good, but doesn't necessarily get you from point A to point B. Kind of gets you from point A and you circle around a couple times and loop-de-loops and stuff, but doesn't necessarily get you to where you want to go. The mentorship part comes in where, you know, I can't drag you across the finish line like I used to, guys. Like I've tried, but a lot of people are just frankly lazy. All right, you guys will pick something up And then you're like, oh my God, it's too hard, or I have to put some effort in, or I have to spend money, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. And then you quit. And you know, that's no one's fault but your own. A course isn't gonna fix that. So yeah, you can go to one of the bigger guys, like you can go buy Kevin David's course, spend $1,000. And if you don't do anything with it, you're not gonna get anything out of it. And you're just kind of boned at that point. You're gonna sit there and do nothing. Or you can come to me, spend whatever money and be like, yo bro, I want help. And if you do nothing with it, you know, I'm gonna hound you a little bit. You know, I'm gonna post in the group, you know, if you send me a message, I'm like, yo, come on man, like let's get to it. But I can't do it for you. And that's where you guys are getting it wrong. You know, you look at a course as like a magic bullet and it's supposed to solve everything for you, and it's just not the case, you know? So moving towards where when you're looking for a course, if you're going to get a course, you need to look for mentorship, okay? Don't look at the course itself. Look at the mentorship that's provided. Because as you guys know, you know, my man 𝗙𝗢𝗢𝗘𝗚𝗓 brought up a couple points with some cats that were paying, that tried to pay somebody from Upwork to build the course for them. That's bananas. So like you're paying for a course that they didn't even build themselves because they don't know what they're talking about. Like, and I can prove that. Like about a year and something ago, we were supposed, you know, me and Dan, you know, the other half of Two Dudes, me and my man, we were supposed to go meet up with these dudes out in Pittsburgh. And when we started talking about, you know, like Amazon tactics, like, hey, you know, I'll share a little bit. If you share a little bit, they went ghost. They were like, oh, I'm too busy all of a sudden. I'm like, bro, like I got a full-time job, kids, you know, students, Amazon stores, automation clients, and you're too busy and you don't have a job, you don't have nothing to do. That's how I discovered that they were basically frauds, straight up. And of course, you know, they're really good at marketing. They seem real humble and all this stuff, but you know, they were fraud and they got exposed, and it is what it is. So be careful, you know, be careful when you guys are out there, you know, buying those courses, because everything looks all nice and, you know, you're spending a lot of money to get these things and you're like, oh yeah, this is so awesome and whatever. But you got to look at the mentorship though, man. Don't just look at the course, don't just look at the material, because you can look at the material and think it's all awesome, but if you're not getting someone to help you through the process, then it doesn't do you any good. When you're looking for a course, look for the mentorship, guys. Stop looking at the course itself. Look at the mentorship. See if that person is going to stand by their word, if they're going to be there for you. Every student knows, if you've ever had any interactions with me, you know I am going to help you to the best of my abilities. I will do whatever I can to make sure that you're successful. But if you're a lazy piece of trash, I can't do anything with that, okay? You gotta give me something to work with. You gotta give me some clay to mold and not just a big, lumpy sack of dog shit. You know, I can't stress that enough. So do you need a course? No, because given enough time, like I said, the counter hits 0 for everybody. But does it help? As long as the mentorship is there, yeah, it's gonna help. It shortens the time that it's gonna take for you to be successful. If I had someone who taught me all about drop shipping and e-commerce from day one, bro, I would have been making money year one. I'd have been crushing it year one instead of having to struggle through everything and then figure out the processes, create my own, and then package it up. Just having that time cut down makes it so much easier. And you guys need to look at the time factor, because you're like, oh, I can figure it out on my own, everything's gonna be fine. The time that it takes for you to figure it out on your own could be 6 months to a year, while someone who came directly to me or someone else, they can learn that in like 6 days. They could be up and running in like 6 days. I'm not saying, you know, that's the typical time, but it's highly possible. So while you're spending months and months and months spinning your wheels, this person's learned in 6 days. They've already gotten on a train. And then let's say Amazon changes something up. Amazon changes up their regulations, and what worked those 6 months prior no longer works when you get ready to get started. Now you're boned. Now you're sitting there like, damn, I just wasted 6 months and I got to start all over. And it does happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen to you, but it does happen from time to time where Amazon and eBay change rules. You know, so if you guys didn't know, this was the year of eBay changing up their drop shipping regulations. People that decided to get on, that wanted to figure it out all on their own, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get on eBay and all this, they got hosed. Just MC011s all around. You know, they didn't know how to use software properly without linking into the API. It was a big cluster. You know, these new guys got hit while my friends were helping people navigate all this and become successful. So, you know, I mean, it goes to show that having a mentor and having someone to teach you and guide you goes a long way towards your success. Now, is it gonna happen for you? I don't know. Are you lazy? Because if you are, that's not gonna work, okay? No course, no mentorship, nothing is gonna help you if you're lazy. If you're just the kind of person that picks something up and you get, let's say you watch some videos, right? You watch some Grant Cardone, some Gary Vee, some Tony Robbins. You're watching some videos and your heart's pumping, boom, 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 and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be successful, yeah, and you go out and you buy, some software, you go buy a course, and for that week, you're hyped, boy, your loins are on fire for success. You're like, yeah, it's no fat November for you all the time. And then mine was probably March, no fat November for you in March, and you're just grinding, and then the week's over and you're like, oh man, this is too hard, it's too much time. You're done. So a course isn't gonna help you. Sorry. Hopefully that helps you guys out. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. A course you can do without. A course you can literally do without. Mentorship, probably not. Like, to be honest with you, I mean, in order to become really, really successful, you're gonna need a mentor to help you along the way at some point. A course, you don't necessarily need. But if a course comes with mentorship, then why not get it, right? Because you're gonna want mentorship anyway. So if it comes with a course, then get it. If the course just comes with the course, probably not worthwhile. Probably not worth your $1,000. It's how I got to where I'm at. You guys know, my mentor, there's a video on the channel about it. Without those two in my life, I definitely would not be here. I would not be driving all these cool cars and living in a pretty, decent neighborhood and have a nice house and have money in the bank and money to just do what I want when I want to do it. Okay, so keep that in mind. So we went way like full circle on that one. But, if you guys have liked this, make sure you smash that like button. And then if you haven't subscribed by now, please do subscribe, And guess what? Like, drop a comment or something, man. Leave a comment. If you come to Miami, drop a comment. Yo, show up. There's going to be more details. I'm going to put the link in there so that way you can say interested or whatever. And then I'm going to be posting more details. It's going to be dope, yo. It's going to be dope. It's going to be a good time. Might even bring a Lamborghini out or something like that. I don't know yet. Aventador? Doors go up? Maybe? Yeah. I'm thinking so. Maybe some jet skis, just don't fall off and get hurt. All right, so yeah, be safe, be smart. I'm gonna see you guys in Miami. Peace out.